Hey everyone. So it's amazing to consider Barbara Bush and who she was as a woman, both to be the wife of the 41st president and the mother of the 43rd is incredibly powerful, and how much of a just stand and force that she is and was, and even in her passing creating awareness around death and dying and choices that we make in our last moments and our wishes and opting for comfort care, and how that's stimulating a whole conversation around planning for death. And something that I know we talked about a bit on the show, and often it's still not addressed in our families and in our lives. And even currently, I've been trying to get it together with my mom to have hers in place, and most recently have been met with some resistance around care and concern of, her wishes, and not wanting to give over that, those rights, and really being in communication with her around what it means that, certain family members nor myself will not be making decisions based on what she wants or doesn't want, unless and when she's not able to make those decisions herself. And how much of a level of trust that really brings up, and being clear and in communication with your wishes and what you want, and having your family on board with that. So creating a structure of powerful communication to where everybody's informed and empowered, and then the decisions are met and made and then carried out, right? So, like, for example, for us, my mom's having a surgery today to insert a pacemaker and do an ablation on her heart, because her episodes have gotten so frequent and intense that the medications aren't holding, and diet and lifestyle are not being really carried out by her in any different real way, such that it really just is the best option for her. So moving forward with that, looking to get the, advanced healthcare directive in place, and getting the, power of attorney and her will in place, so that these things are there if and when should something happen, and that uncertainty, and even getting it in place for me. So I found a nonprofit here in San Diego. It's actually the Senior Law nonprofit, and they actually set up those things for you. I think it's actually if you're over the age of 60 years old, I think you have to be for them to do that for you, for free. And so, and I found that just by Google searching and finding what was available for us and her, and then having a third party like walk her through the steps of what it looks like and what it means, for her to fill that out and for her to complete that and have that in place, so that we are all like on board, no joke. We know what it is that she wants. We know what it is that, should something happen, that we would carry out for her. And so how important these things are, and for Barbara Bush to stand up and make a declaration that, she wants to have comfort care and no longer is going to be going after and towards this curative care, and really like, combating her illnesses. It really is about how can she and her family live whatever life she has left, or whatever life she had left, in the most comfort and like happy way, right? So it's she's still getting treatment, and that's kind of often a misnomer that is misunderstood, that she's still having treatment. It's just not trying to cure or reverse or kind of move the disease away from the current state so that she could, in theory, live longer. And realizing that actually those types of decisions sometimes have people live longer, given that it takes that stress away of trying to kind of fight your illness and persevere and win, right? And just kind of creates an environment of calm and comfort around her and her family. And I'm so excited, and I love the fact that, they're having this conversation as a result of her making this statement, that she even made this statement, right? And then it has trickled down, also speaks to what a powerful woman she is and was. So something to consider for myself, for yourself, and for what it is that we want in our lives and for our families, and getting these things just taken care of. So there's just that level of stress and anxiety, or that level of, concern can just be gone. And you just have that established, and it's known, and it's just taken care of, preventing so many unforeseen problems. So yeah, I'm going to write a piece about this, and, please have conversations with your family. Feel free to have a conversation with me. I love talking about certain family dynamics and what's going on to set you up powerfully for success in these situations. Same thing in my family. We had a meeting with myself, my sister, her husband, and my boyfriend to talk about these things with my mom's health and my mom's husband's health and their future. And then that conversation was communicated in such a way that left the two of them on defense, right? And kind of like, being combative, like, oh, we got to protect ourselves. You're not going to do X, Y, Z to us. We want to do A, B, C. And it's like, no. Like, so there's just a miscommunication. So now to recreate that and to really, look at how the conversation can be the most effective, especially when you're in it. It's hard to have that conversation and really see, ways of approaching it that will be disarming as opposed to alarming, right? And so, like, after we had that breakfast and we all got together, another family member went and shared with my mom, and my mom was left feeling really concerned. And so now we get to recreate that and, quell those fears and address those fears and discuss the objections and talk about the possibilities and really set ourselves up for a plan of success and utilize the resources around us. So have those conversations, reach out to me, reach out to your community, and start to have something in place for yourself. And that really is the freedom, the access, the peace of mind that I know I'm seeking all the time and creating, and I know you want to. All right, so these are fantastic opportunities to bridge those conversations, to start now. It's always a process, and just putting one foot in front of the other and showing up for it. So yes, ma'am, yes, sir, and everyone out there, this is our life, and it's so great to have it. Okay, bye.